Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Minecraft, and it humorously might have showed you a glimpse of my desktop there, which is, yes, a low-resolution image of the green tent night sky. I lost a higher res one that I had, like, forever, and very sad. Anyway, as you see, we come into the thick of the action. There's a zombie with an actual literal sword, which that's new. I mean, I might have seen one before, but I would have been so intimidated I couldn't process it. Hey, more advancements. And I think I saw an explodey guy not too far away. So, all right, yeah, there's a lot of enemies here. I was just sitting on the side of the platform, sort of contemplating life and such. I got to remember to take a little pause for strength. Oh, it looked like they hit me and then it bounced off and hit them, so perhaps projectile projection is sort of like a reflection thing, or it might have been a passive on the shield. But yeah, so, as a comment pointed out, and a thing that I already knew, but it's funny how life's like that, where you could just like forget stuff because of the tension. Yeah, my armor's too good. These guys don't even touch me. But like, because I knew that the monsters came out at night. It's in a tooltip, I always, on my earlier survival worlds, tried to sleep through the night. Is he carrying a shovel? Are these the sorts of things that I could be having access to if there were mobs on? Is that an iron shovel? I don't know when I would ever mine anything, though, at least at nighttime. It seems like the day is just packed with violence. But that is okay. I need to get a horse one of these days. I've got a saddle, I've got armor, but I've got like a silly thing planned for my first horse. I've got so many ideas and hopefully a lot of time in which to implement them. I don't foresee any new demands happening to my time obligations, but one can never be sure how life is going to go. So right here we've got something quite fascinating. That cat is... All right, we've got a couple of cats that are just chilling up there, which is, I mean, in itself, very interesting. And one of the explodey guys, what are they? Creepers. Somebody, this dude at work was telling me they were called creepers. I was calling them 100 complicated dumb names. But I thought I saw one up here, and now they're cats. Okay, don't love that sound. That was like a zombie growl. Okay, going back though, because bravery is the order of the day. Okay, there is the zombie. He took a little bit of fall damage, and then indeed fell all the way down. So there is the creeper. It's probably a very standard known name, but I don't have a background. Okay, there we go. Once again, I can never be careful enough to be around them without having an explosion take over the sky. But it looked like the cats were up here for a reason. I'm gonna see what's going on. I've never seen a cat range so far from where the people live, unless you brought it there. Oh my god, I can't believe I made all of those jumps. I am an adequate level jumping person. So yeah. Right. First of all, there's a cat just sitting up here on top of this mountain, which is ludicrous. Like, I've never seen this. And this cat here, like, are they stuck? They must be stuck. I need to save them. I need to find fish and feed them. I don't have any blocks to save them with. I will create blocks. It's like I say these things as if I don't actually, Oh my god, this shovel is terrible. Efficiency 2. See, this is the difference between 2 and 5. With an efficiency 5 shovel, I would have went like this, and they all would have gotten chopped up. So you can tell that the tool levels matter. It says that the efficiency difference, so this one says 5 and efficiency 5 is like 27, but that can't be percentile. There's just no way. All right, I need to eat something. My health's actually getting a little bit low. Oh, they're having a gang war now. They are now shooting at each other, and I'm just in the middle, cleaning up the rest. So yeah, you just wait for a shot, block it, and then skillfully strike them in the head. And so life regenerates sometimes, but not others. Maybe not when you're in combat. I gotta test that more. Maybe the hunger regenerates it mainly. But we're just gonna run over here into the jungle where a lot of baddies are, and okay, so we ran away from the evil one that we hate so much. Creepers are the worst. I'm sure I'm just like everyone else in the world now because I have a Minecraft mob that I hate, and it is probably the mainstream one to hate. And we will peek out from behind a tree. Oh, you know, when you go for the headshot, you can over-adjust too much. It's a simple mistake, but, you know, kind of devastating to your overall goals. And there's another creeper over here. No, there isn't. Oh, yes, there is. He's trying to be very, very sneaky, but fortunately... Oh, poor little frowny face guy. You know, I don't really have a lot of bandwidth for his sadness, however, because although he clearly has a lot going on, like, he keeps on blowing holes into everything. What was I even doing? I was supposed to be rescuing cats. I was gonna, like, be a good person, and instead I ended up, like, getting into a fight with random zombies, causing a gang war between skeletons. Like, this is the sort of irresponsible behavior that sort of characterizes my public interactions. This is why I'm not gonna run for governor. Because, like, this town on the side of the mountain has enough problems, and if I was in charge of it, they would have even more. First of all, their cats are going missing. It's like you would think of it as like a very first RPG quest thing, except for this is very much weighing on me. And until I make it right, you know, nothing will be okay. We got to rescue the cats from a tree. But first, okay, so the verticality of that block up there, because this is white calcite, right? Yeah, calcite. So there will be an amethyst geode in here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. But first, we got to rescue the cats before we try to think about this. So maybe 2, because it looks like it tried to generate 1 in this place and then another one here, or maybe just 1 very large one. But anyway, the only thing to do... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, so what if we... This is not bad, because the cat's going to be fine. It's just going to get wet. I'm not hurting these cats. Cats just don't like water. They're okay. All right, there we go. This is actually a much more efficient way to rescue them. And now they are, like, safe down there. I actually really like this as a thing. I assure you that I did not plan this out. It all just jumped into my head, you know. Wow, what a good idea. But that water really extends far. Of course, once the source up here is gone, they won't have to worry about it too much. And now I can go back to my previously scheduled programming and see what's going on in this geode formation, because I don't want to say this if it's not true, but I don't believe I've actually mined a single block of amethyst. Every time I find one, there's one underneath that ocean monument, and I just like sort of I was doing other stuff and I didn't come back for it, or they're in an area that like I wanted to preserve. But I've never seen this white calcite unless there's an amethyst geode. So I think we're just gonna crack into it and see if that's true. It doesn't look true so far, but it'll be interesting enough because, well, the calcite's a relatively rare block for me, so I'm always happy to get a few hundred of anything in Minecraft, or indeed in basically any game where, even if there's an inventory limit, if they just let me put a chest down somewhere where I can acquire an incredibly large amount of junk, then I'm going to take advantage of that. What if I need white calcite later? Like there are other white blocks, but what if I want like a contrast between the diorite and the calcite? These are things that I would have to answer if I didn't acquire it, but it's a nice quick mine. Pickaxe just goes through. I think this is a 4. Yeah, this is a 4. It was just a single enchant reroll, because I thought I was gonna die a lot, but things have been slightly more successful than I anticipated. Well, I thought I would find one. I still kind of think I might. But apparently not. All right, so that cat is back over here already. There's something about this place that calls to them. I need to get rid of the calcite on the top. It's like a beacon in the night, and it is distracting the cats. But on the same hand, it's kind of cool. But not so cool now that I've wrecked all the other stuff. So, yes, now I have actually arrived at a decision. I'm so much better at jumping than I used to be. God, I was terrible at jumping. But what I wanted to do is just explore some of this. So that's where we're going to go. Is that a white formation on top of the tree? Definitely worth investigating. That's curious. Very curious indeed. Snow? Well, we are going to go find out. This is a ton of bamboo. This is the most bamboo. A very, very shocking amount of bamboo. And growing on Podzol? What kind of place is this? No, not creative mode. F3 and F4, a sparse jungle. Well, maybe bamboo creates Podzol around it. The only thing I've seen do that in the past is the large spruce trees sort of do that. But this is cool. All right, so if I need bamboo, I can just come over the side of the mountain here, and there's an absolute wealth of it. This is a bamboo jungle. Okay, well, that makes sense. Uh, this is a bamboo jungle. You can tell by the way it is. First of all, the presence of bamboo indicates that it could be the jungle that you seek. But very cool, very exciting. And now I'm thinking, if I'm going to find non-parrots in a jungle, it's got to be here, right? This is just like an awesome amount of bamboo. This is super cool. I love just coming upon something that's just a little bit different when you're playing Minecraft. Of course, the longer you play, the less likely it is to happen. But I've spent so much of my relatively limited time playing in these last couple months doing silly little projects and not so much exploring. So I'm sure there's still a lot of cool places for me to find. But this one, very exciting. Bamboo's fun. I have lived at a place with bamboo growing in it before, not for like a super long time. It wasn't like where I lived growing up, but one of my cousin's families, they lived on this farm out in Mississippi, and they had a bunch of bamboo growing. And when we visited them, we would go and cut down a bamboo uh, stick and make a little fishing pole out of it, and just mess around at a pond. It was a nice time when they weren't picking on people. No, I'm only joking. It wasn't bad. I like my cousins, but this is way more bamboo than we had down in Mississippi. Just so much bamboo. I mean, it's kind of inspiring. Like, what is even going on here? If you would have told me, I would have walked around that mountain in a place I already thought was full of the coolest stuff and find this ridiculousness. I mean, very, very nice. So this is a proper oak tree, and man, this is dizzying how much bamboo there is, and this is more like it. Yeah, this is the real experience where you're like, oh, this is kind of cool, and then suddenly you're like, wait, am I gonna die in here? Am I gonna fall asleep surrounded by bamboo and then open my eyes surrounded by more bamboo? Like, where does it all end? But this is no small formation. That little mushroom island I found the other day was kind of tiny, but this is what? What? This is so cool. And with the lush cave being underneath, this is just the best place. I need to like remake my spawn out here for sure. Like, what a satisfying little maze. You'd be like, oh no, dude, just come out to my house. I'm gonna make some pizza, and then afterward we can have chocolate chip cookies. And then they have to walk through this ridiculous bamboo maze in order to come see you. I love it. I just love it. When darkness falls again, I'm sure it'll be a new kind of fun. Yeah, this is a really big area. I'm not used to seeing such a consistent thing besides like a bunch of like normal forests, but I guess a jungle might be just as like a normal of a role as a forest, and I just have gone to sort of limited places in the world. But I'm probably also like forest and plains are basically the same in my head because they have the same color scheme and all, and that's certainly not too accurate. I gotta get up here and see what's going on. What color is the wall? Oh, it's just diorite. Boring. Oh, I put a chest there. I didn't mean to. I was squinting and thought that was my dirt. You know, they don't make it easy to get to the top of Bamboo Mountain, but that's all the more reason to try. So the bamboo grows comically large, and it goes on for absolute ever. And we're getting more of those white caps on the jungle things. It may be snow. I need to check that out one of these days, but I don't want to leave this pillar here because it is no particular marker, but I do want to keep on chasing the jungle to see where it can eventually lead us. Oh, fall damage and food. You know, it's nice to have more to think about. I actually, like, if Peaceful had the food mechanic, that would be really nice. It would give you more to think about and value. We've got Vivid Red. That's either spider eyes or flowers. We'll find out which when we get closer. But I don't think... Yeah, so there's not too many mobs to worry about in the daytime, basically ever. Although you run into some sometimes. Probably a function of light, which is, yeah, it makes sense. That's why I'm always so obsessive with torches. Only, you know, I wasn't good, so I still died anyway. But this is back when I took about a minute to make a crafting table. Now I'm down to like a trim 15 seconds. This jungle is so interesting. When I get to the end, I'm probably gonna, you know, just jump on a boat and go around the outside. Zombie! But now we're gonna get to experience the real joy of the bamboo jungle, which is running into enemies as you're just like trying to mind your own business walking through. That's a chicken. That's not really the animal I was hoping to find in the jungle. Not really that unique. Not really that cool. I've got a chicken at home. We've got a little bit more of an opening here, so that's nice. with a lot of melons to grab. How's my inventory space? Totally full. Makes sense. What? This zombie's wearing clothes. He's got a turban. It might have been one of those ones that was like a wizard, but I think those guys had pointy hats. Oh no, it jumped. You know, I feel bad for crushing the spiders, but these are large and dangerous. I have long considered myself a friend to spiders, although, you know, like, I'll murk them if somebody asks me to. I'm not, like, happy about it. For, as you may have heard me observe before, a spider does not want to eat anything that I want to eat. A spider's enemies are my enemies. And I feel like we both have a lot to learn from each other. If only, you know, we could stop focusing on our differences and more on, like, what makes us the same, then we could win that blue ribbon at the county fair. And that's really what all of this is about. What? I don't love the sound of what? How disconcerting. Oh boy. Oh. Eyes of Ender? Now this I am gonna pick up. I recognize these guys, right? Ender pearls. That's what they're called, Ender pearls. Eyes of Ender, some other thing. I only know the name of it from Minecraft documentaries. But I do have like 13 pearls in a chest somewhere. I don't really know what they're for. I do know what they're for. You use them to beat the game. I don't know how to use them. You got to do some other stuff first. And then like you throw them and you're supposed to follow them, but people use a calculator and it was a big thing, and then they just like said whatever, we're going to let them use a calculator. That's why I know about it. But I don't actually know any of this stuff. Of course, like if I ever set about like trying to beat the game, I'm sure I could figure it out, cuz like you got to go to the Nether and you got to like kill some dudes that are on fire, and then you get some stuff and you do other things, and there's a dragon. You're probably supposed to shoot the dragon with a bow and arrow, but everyone in the videos kills it by making beds fall onto it. I'm not going to pretend to really understand. I'm probably getting like basically all of it right though, because like I said, I did watch a video and I usually retain information pretty well. This is a water zombie, not in the water, which makes him kind of, this is like, all right, there are a lot of foes here. The important thing is to get a tag so that they get drops. All right, yeah, when this is an interesting little cobblestone formation. I gotta see a little bit more about that. That is definitely something I want to check out. All right, that that creeper is creeping around. But what I need to do real quick is well, that didn't work, did it? So what I was gonna do was like put some stuff in the chest, and then apparently the explosions blow up the chest. Normally I wouldn't be so cavalier about my placement with foes around because I could hear all of them, but I figured with the bamboo jungle, their ability to close the distance would actually be like severely truncated, and that's precisely what happened. All right, yeah, there we go. Once we get to full... Don't love the growling sound of that. Okay, here we go. It was just like a couple of them being mad at one time. Yep, there are steps in here. This is definitely a place that we need to explore. First things last. Couple of torches, because I don't think they're gonna like draw the enemies and show them that I'm here. I think it's just gonna solely be a protective for me. All right, yeah. Yeah, come in here. I dare you guys. I'll stack your bodies like cordwood by the door. You'll be crawling over zombie bones for years. Never should have come here. Yes. Oh, yeah, we can totally Helm's Deep this. You just, like, knock them there. They fall down further. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's people on the other side of the wall. I could... Oh, my goodness. You got firing ports? This is the best place in the whole world. This reminds me of doing a warband video and just having all of my mini foes coming up and just like me and maybe a couple of brave companions standing on the wall, rocking out, showing no fear, except a reasonable amount of fear. And you know, when their spiders come over the walls, which they are wont to do, spiders do love an assault over a defensive formation. But all you got to do is go for the throat. Remember to be brave. Try to make sure that... What? He is riding on a spider. Do not like. All right. We don't want that. Okay. We don't want either creeper around. So their primary annoyance is just that they blow stuff up, I guess. They probably hurt a bit. But I've got explosive protection. No. Just the general protection. So we probably have armor class that reduces it somewhat. The damage somewhat, I should say. Don't love the squickiness of the feet as they crawl around above my head. That I could do without. But this actually feels a lot like Warband. You just like gotta... Oh no. We're just gonna farm creepers on this beach, I guess. I need to build a house out here. What? Alright, so the little hissing sound that I'm trying to figure out the arc. Almost had it. Alright, so I think you don't have to go back to full draw. There we go, a nice arc. What? Oh, fire zombie. I think he's just on fire from the daylight. Yes, that is what's going on. The zombies catch on fire in the daylight. Very sensible. Very smart. But the other answer is yes, I definitely did figure out the long angle on that. But of course, it's pretty trivially easy to figure out how a bow works in a video game if it's designed at all logically. But now, with the fresh addition of daylight, we're not going to let it go to waste. We're going to go into this temple. We are going to go out of this temple. I wish these frowny guys would frown somewhere else. I pulled up a little bit at the end due to my growling. Okay, there we go. Archer duel. Never should have come here. What's going on here? Okay. Ah, pressure plates. Very interesting. There's a lot of different sounds going on here. Okay, so we'll just flick all the redstone things. Ah, no, we don't want to do that. Okay, so the levers operate the equipment. You know, if I crack into the walls here, what am I going to find? Oh boy, there is a lot to study here. This is the first redstone proper, like, circuit of complexity that I have ever found. Oh, don't love that sound, though. I think I need to go back up, see about clearing some mobs. No, alright. Alright, we've got hisses and growls outside. Oh, a hissing cat. Hello, cat. He's got little leopard print going on. I'm not an expert in cats, so it definitely has a specific cat name. Oh, look, a beautiful, this is like a really lovely parrot. Let me show him my love and affection. No, you have to accept it. Maybe, I was joking earlier about them not liking wheat seeds, but maybe, yep, there we go. It's melon seeds that they adore. But, like, what a handsome bird. I want to feed him more melon seeds. I want him to be my pal forever. So, we've just set some torches around on the beach. A little bit of enemy protection. And now, just gonna go and explore a little bit of this ridiculousness. Okay, so we've got a chest right here. I might have broken the circuit because the repeater goes to these pistons, but they're green? Sticky pistons. Well, they're mine now. Who knows what they were supposed to do? Grab people and stick them in place? Okay, so then there's this redstone, which ends... Oh, no, 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 I don't like that. That was a creeper, and I very much need this to be intact for my study. How am I going to deal with this? Okay, I can see his legs now. All right, there we go. That redstone line. So that could be pressure plate. This is a very boring chest. It just has some bones, which is fine, but how did I unlock a new recipe with that? Not important. Just gonna grab some of the rotten flesh. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave some of this in here. I don't really care. Okay, so here's the tripwire. And then it went to the dispenser, this line here. This is awesome. Like if I hadn't known about redstone stuff before, this would have been like so illuminating. I would have really been having a blast using this place to try to learn. All right, is that all there is? Couple of chests, couple of redstone machines. Stone. It looks like that's what you get here. It wasn't so interesting that I thought I should preserve it forever, and, that is what we get. So, continuing on. No, this video is long now. I should probably go ahead and try and wrap it up. But I was going to try to go, to the end of the jungle, but we didn't find it. There was a lot of plans we'd made, but I had a blast. This was a fun time learned things, gotten adventures. And probably didn't travel too far. If this bird is gonna go all the way home with me, then I will have finally made it. Come on, pretty bird. Let's go, bird. Make an average amount of my dreams come true. Oh yeah, he's already my pet. Oh, yeah. Right? I fed him and now come on, buddy. Yes! 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 Oh, this is so satisfying. All right. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. This is the best day ever. Look at me. Look at me on my boat with a delicately squawking parrot on my shoulder. This is the dream. This right here is as good as anything is ever going to get. That doesn't make me sad. I'm just glad that it's happening. You know, for all those birds that I fed seeds, I don't know why they didn't get on my shoulder. Maybe we just didn't hang out enough. Maybe I didn't inspire them, you know, through combat prowess, because that's very important. Like, a bird wants to know that you're brave. Looks like there's another jungle or a lush cave entrance right there in the wall. It's probably the extended lush cave, which I think we might just do on the next video. But that is a free floating block of coal up there. Probably some sort of a border population issue. Pretty funny to see all the same. And when we cut the corner of the wall, yep, there we go. That's where we'll see our our old stomping grounds, and then the entrance to the lush cave that apparently underpins like the entire extended bamboo jungle. I really, really like this area. I think it feels unique to me. The only thing that could make me happier is if like we go right on the other side and there's like a cherry biome with a mountain on the other side or something. Which the cherry biome that I did find did have a mountain on the other side, but I'm not sure exactly where it is. I know the direction it's in. It's about 5K away to the side of my base of what I call the Mountain of Lights, because that is where like my very first Nether excursion that I lived through brought me out at. Here you see the signs of my life, which are boats left by the side of water and chests full of random junk. But this time, oh well, yeah. So with looting 3 running around, I end up with, I mean, 11 gunpowder. That could be better. I need to work on my reaction speed, but even just getting 3 ender pearls, that's great because you have to trade like a lot of junk to a piglin in order to get that. But yeah, I need to. I'm just gonna steal this villager's bed. You know, there's probably not even 2 that live in here. And yeah, that'll be that. My bird will no doubt be right around. He wouldn't have left. Where'd my bird go? The armadillo are patiently waiting on the side of the wall. That villager's stuck. I got a lot of housekeeping to do around here. Well, you know, I don't know what became of my bird. Here we go. What a good bird. I can't believe I thought he had run away. But yeah. So that's fun. I wonder how the birds operate. Do they just like hang out with you for a while if you don't tell them to sit? Because you can tell them to sit, right? Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell him to hang out here by the water. But if I do that, will he get hurt? You know, I don't want anything bad to happen to my bird, but I also don't want to keep on going longer than 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Anyway, I've got stuff I got to do with my day. Anyway, been rambling for a while, but anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of me and my sword and the eventual bird. We're gonna have many great adventures together. Oh, they jumped back on my shoulder. This is good stuff right here. This is what it's all about. I I need to go build a nice habitat for the bird, find a good place for it to be. I I don't want to cast aspersions on my cats, but I'm afraid, knowing cats, that they may not like the bird as much as I do. But maybe my love of the bird will protect it, but I don't really want to take a chance with this beautiful, vividly colored bird. But until next time, that'll be just about that for this episode. And well, we've got to rescue some stranded villagers and build a bed and do a bunch of other junk. But before that, got to go to work. So I will see you next time.